Hey guys, my name is Arsalan. Welcome back to my channel, and today we are going to solve a new Leetcode question, that is kth distinct string and an array. So guys, just before starting to solve this question, please do subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, press the bell icon button and bookmark the playlist so that you can get the updates from the channel. So the question says a distinct string is a string that is represent only once in an array. Given an array of a string ARR and an integer k, return the kth distinct string represent in ARR. If there are fewer than k distinct, return an empty string. And note that the string are considered in the order in which they appear in the array. So we do not have to change the order. And if there are fewer than k string, we have to return an empty string. So what I hope that all of you have understood this question, but still some of you have not understood this question. Let's understand it with the help of some example mentioned below. So there is an array and we have some values here, D, B, C, B, B, A. So A and B, you can see they are distinct values. However, B and C are not distinct because there are two sets of B and C. And what we have to do here, we have to check what if they have a distinct value. We have to check that it should match the index of k, like the occurrence of D is first, the occurrence of A is second, but it will be on the 0th index and it will be on 1 2 3 4 5 6. It's on the 6th index. 0 1 2 3 4 5, sorry, it's on the 5th index. It's on the 0th index and it's on the 5th index. We have to return A because in an array we will be creating an array in which we will be appending these two values, and in that list, or we can say array, uh, what we will be doing here is we will be just appending these two values that are distinct, and we will be checking that it should match with the kth minus 1, because here is kth is 2, k value is 2, so k minus 1 will be our index value. Let's understand this with the help of code, and you will understand it while we code. Okay, so let's create a variable here, that's output, and I will be creating an empty array. And what I will be doing here, I will be checking for characters in ARR if char ARR dot count char is equal to 1. Okay, so when it has the count of 1, it will be just checking. If it has a count of 1, it will be distinct. Of course, we all know that if it is distinct, it will only have a count of 1. So we are checking that if it has a count of 1, just append these values in my output list. So output dot append char. So now in output, what I will be having is, if I talk about example number 1, I will be having D and A. D and A. These two values I will be having after I append this value in our KRR. So count values is count the number of occurrences, and I'm counting the number of occurrences of char. Char are these values D, B, C, B, C, B, A. So these are char, my char in ARR, and I'm just checking if ARR dot count char is equals to 1. If it's equal to 1, means that should be its distinct value if it has a count of 1. And if it has a count of 1, then append these values in my output. So in my output, I am holding these two values, D and A. Okay, now what I have to do here is I have to check if there are fewer than k distinct. If what I will be doing here is I will be checking if k is greater than len output, and if it is greater than output, we have to follow this thing here, this statement here. If it is output, k is greater than len output, then return me return me an empty string. So I will be returning an empty string here, and else I will be just return the output output, and it should be having an index of k minus 1, because see, k will be holding. Let's see here and just copy paste here. Let's understand how why k minus 1. All right, so see, this has the index of 0, this has the index of 1. So what I am gonna do here is I will be checking it should have the index of k minus 1. K is 2, so if I go with 2 instead of k minus 1, if I put this, okay, so it will be leading to my list out of index because there is no value which has a output value which has an index of 2. If I put k minus 1, that makes sense because see, k is 2, k minus 1 is 1, so output 1, so output 1 is this value. So I hope you have got some idea about how we are going to solve this question. And see, in this we have an empty string, so it will be following in this condition. In example number 3, if I talk about, because there are no distinct values. Okay, so let's move further. So see, there is a distinct value, however there are fewer 3 distinct strings, so we return an empty string. Okay, so that's why it is showing an empty string, because it does not follow the rule of this k should be greater than len output. All right, now let's run this code. So see, it has been running successfully. If you haven't understood that why third example was not working, let me explain it to you that it was sorry, why it however there is a b value and it's not coming into uh, into this string. So the problem here is, let's see here, and let me copy paste it here. So our question has already been solved. I'm just explaining you the concept here why it's coming to be an empty string. So output is equals to this. Okay, so this is my output here. Output is equals to b. Example number 3, if I talk about, output is 3. Okay, so output is p, so our k is equals to 3, so 3 minus 2 3 minus 1 is equals to 2, so output will be output 2, so there is no value which is output 2, so that's why I've written that k should be greater than len output. So k is already less than len output is 1 and k is 3, so 3 is greater than len output, that's why we are returning an empty string. So I hope that makes sense to you and you've understood this question very well. Guys, this was all in the question. I hope you've understood this question, and please do subscribe to the channel and like the video for further explanation and Leetcode question. So this was all for today. Thank you guys for watching it and see you next time.